Okay, so I just got done watching episode 13 of PlayBoyy. And when I say I'm so happy next week is the last episode, I'm so happy. Like, this episode, it did go by kind of fast. I'm not sure if that was because of the pacing or because I was doing some skipping. I'm not really sure, but it did go by really fast. Now, it did start up when they were still under the underpass. And, Jason's Lee people showed up and with the pew-pews. And they was like, stop right there in your tracks. We're coming for all of y'all. And then what did the baddie crew do? The baddie bunch? They ran. They was trying to be all big bad in the beginning. And they ran. And so then they went to like a little corner or whatever. Mind you, they're all under the underpass. I don't know where they think they were hiding. But then, Zoe, he think he the baddest of the bunch. And he's like, he questioning Nine, like, what was you think you was doing? Why you didn't tell me you was going to do this? What would have happened if Tina got hurt? What about Tina? Why you ain't why you ain't tell me about this? Someone could have got hurt. But his main focus was Tina. Okay, that's his man. So then first was like, first was like, me and Song just got back together. We're about to find happiness. This isn't fair. And then Zoe popping up talking about, I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you for this. Mind you, last week I mentioned how Zoe was very suspicious. His behavior was very suspicious, okay? So then, and then he questions Captain about like, what were you doing, Pune? You doing all this because he wanted your man? And I'm going to get back to Captain and Pune and all them in a minute. But then he says to, Prom shows up. And then Prom doing a little show off with a pew-pew. And then, Non's like, well, I got one too. What you about to do? And I'm like, Prom, what's going on? And Prom was like, I can't let you expose Daddy. And I'm like, here we go, that Daddy shit. And then here come Porsche out of nowhere with a pew-pew. And he give it to one of the dudes that was working for Jason Lee. And I'm like, what? And then Zoe was like, you're not my friend. My friend is gone already. And I'm looking at Zoe like, sir, is it not your fault that Nan went missing? Because you did not help your friend when he was in need. Mind you, you claim Nan is your friend, right? But when he was in need, where were you? Where were all of y'all when he was in need? Okay? That man came to y'all, said he needed some money for his mother that was in hospital. Y'all turned your back on him. And he had to turn to the streets. Okay? He had to turn to the streets. Okay? He's out there in Gotham City. Okay? Now y'all want to act like Batman. I cannot. Now you talking about, I don't have a friend. My friend is going. Okay, Zoe, that's why you're so suspicious. Okay, because one minute you all gung-ho talking about, wow, everyone forgot about 9. But as soon as Tina showed up, you forgot all about him. You didn't care about him no more. Because you had a man. You was getting some, you was getting some D. You was getting some Uzi. That's what it was. That's what it was. Now you could care less about this investigation. Okay? Now, they was, I'm going to skip around a little bit. They showed Keen putting his stuff back into the locker, and I'm like, what's going on? And Keen basically was telling us how he was the one that exposed, set up the video or whatever for Captain. I'm like, I'm not mad. He's getting his lick back. And it's well deserved. Because what Captain kept doing, always taking a video. Always getting a video. And I was like, why was it so worse? It was the jacket that he had on was the previous coach jacket. So I'm not sure if he was like a real steamed or whatever. I don't know, but it was his jacket. So the way he filmed it, it made it look like Captain was doing business to get onto the team, get into the school, whatever. That's why they changed it up. They were they let King come back, so he's only suspended for a week, and they completely got rid of Captain. Because they was like, you just doing it for everybody. We can't have that. And then Keen was like, Yeah, so I flipped it. I flipped the script. Now he's mad at Pune. So I'm like, so did you use Pune as a scapegoat once you realized what was going on? Because basically Pune is just, he in the middle of this for no reason. I feel bad. That's what I'm telling y'all. Pune is my baby. Like, you using Pune as a scapegoat when you could have just got your lick back. And you could have, for real, blamed it on the team, one of the team members on the team. Like, he wasn't thinking. He wasn't thinking at that moment. He could have easily blamed it on one of those team members. Because they were so gung-ho about wanting the video, wanting the clip or whatever. Pune was never about that stuff. So if you wanted it to make more sense, it would have made more sense you put it on one of the team members. But hey, I didn't write the show. They wrote the show. And then when the way they made it seem in the preview, it made it seem like Pune had went on the Glory. He went up there to go meet with Nine, but he didn't. He was just out of it. And then Ob and Pune, they went to I guess Ob's house or whatever, or they was hiding somewhere. And then they talked a little bit. Then they started getting it on. I'm like, okay, you moved on from this. This experience did not affect you guys getting it on. And I don't know how to feel about that. Now, the scene that got me was the role play with Jump and the person in the rain jacket. The rain jacket was giving me flashbacks to Vegas and his side hustle of being a dentist. And I'm like, what's going on here? What is this? And then it was like the whole scene or whatever. And I was like, wait, something about this seems off. Like, because why is the pew pew facing the ceiling and I don't see any, spraying or nothing. I don't see no red paint flashing and spraying everywhere. But I'm like, hey, maybe that's how they played it out. Because, censorship. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So then, because then I was like, who's this speaking English? We only got 2 people that speak English like that. That's Song and that's First. They the only 2 that speak English every time they're together. So I'm like, it's either Song or it's First that's talking all the damn time. Because the man started speaking English and I'm like, that has to be Song or First. But then I remembered it's the other guy that's there too. The one that was with Jump. I forgot his name, but the reporter or whatever. And then it turns out it was all a fake out to get Jason Lee off their back. I'm like, I'm not mad. It looked kind of convincing to me. And then when they told Nan about it, he was upset. He thought it was for real. Cause I'm like, well, damn. But then I kind of knew it was fake because the way after Jason Lee saw the video and then Porsche ran into the room, like, are you happy now? I'm like, if he's watching it, like, how's it that fast? How that fast, everything is, transpiring. I don't know. It's just too much of a coincidence. So then another thing I want to bring up. If anyone noticed, that First only speaks English when he's with Song, either by himself or Song's in the group with them. Because First will speak Thai when it's just him, when he's with his friends or with his father or whatever, when he's just with other people. But as soon as Song comes around, he got to start speaking English. Example, First is talking with they under the underpass with the friends or whatever. He's speaking Thai. As soon as they get to back to the house and they on the pool table and Song is there, he's speaking English. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? Because we know Song can speak Thai. We know he can speak Thai. So I don't know why they think that we need them to speak in English together or when they're in scenes together, because we don't need it. I don't know why they think we need it or want it, but it's no. It's a no. It's a no. They can speak Thai. If they want to sprinkle in some English, some English words, okay. But the full sentences, no. I can't. I cannot. And Noof and Pop, okay, Noof, I didn't know you was going to propose, but I'll take it.